Flockers! Is it worth a buy? See what I did there, guys? Let's read. New from the creators of Worms, Flockers is the modern-day take on the classic A to B puzzle genre with a generous helping of dark humour for good measure. You mean it's a rip-off of Lemmings? Caution, be aware that Flockers is an early access game. Oh, bloody hell. Can we just... Yeah, but... Alright, let's just go. Had enough of f***ing early access. No, f*** it. Alright, I'm only kidding. I'll come back because I know how you all are dying to know what this game's like. Caution, be aware that Flockers is an early access game. You may experience some bugs, crashes or compatibility issues. So, what is Flockers? Well, it's a game where you mass murder sheep. At least that's been my experience so far. But the second I started playing this, a word came into my head. The word was lemmings. Any of you older folks, like me, may remember Lemmings from the... Well, mine was on the Commodore 64, which was about these people called lemmings who just were so fucking stupid. They just kept running all the time and never stopped. Even if there was a whole gorge down there with a 1,000,000-foot drop, they would just run off the edge of the cliff. It was fun, and you had to save them. But you ended up hating them so much that you actually liked to watch them die. At least I did, but that was my corrupted childhood. So, with these you have cuddly cute sheep that go meh, and they get spiked, clubbed, blown up, sawed. There's just awful. The brutality in this game is off the scale. It's not one for little kids. Little kids will cry at this game. So will women, probably. My wife, for example, would cry. No, what my wife would do, she'd look at it and she'd just pull one of them faces. You know that look? You know that look, guys, that women who don't play computer games look? It's a kind of like, what they're thinking is, how old are you, you sad f***er, playing that game with stupid little fuck... You know that look? Get on with the review, Mac. No one cares what your wife thinks. No one cares what you think. So, how does it play? Well, it's early access, which means there are bugs, and they are bugs. And one of the biggest bugs in this game is the clunkiness of the interface. When you are trying to put down some of the traps, you have to be so precise with the mouse that it's so annoying, and I've seen many a sheep die because of my inept aiming ability with the mouse and placing a little blocker for them, and subsequently a whole flock of sheep have been hacksawed to death. So there is that could be a bit better. The zooming is a bit shit as well. It could go a bit closer for my liking. But my biggest gripe with this game is I don't like the backdrops. I don't like the style of the levels. They're just... I'd rather than be outside and things. I don't like this. I mean, some of them are, but I don't feel like I'm progressing. I feel as if I'm just getting one level after another. If you remember Lemmings, any of yous, you were all over the place in Lemmings. You would be like skiing in winter, then you'd be in a circus, then you'd be in the like mountains. It was just like so random. It was just hilarious. Whereas this is all kind of like in this factory. It's like all mechanical, steampunky kind of thing. So it's... I didn't like that, but I haven't played the game extensively. As you know, my channel is not about in-depth reviews. They are more first impression reviews to give you a bit of an idea of what the game is before you throw your money at it. Now, this is asking a lot for this game. I believe it's $11.99, guys, for something that's as basic as a herd of sheep. A herd, that's cows, Mac. It's a flock of sheep. Hence the name Flockers. You thick bastard. Yeah, your flock of sheep just keep walking. When they hit a wall, they'll turn around and walk in the opposite direction, and you have to power them up to get through the level. You can make them into super sheep where they can fly, jumpers where they get a little hat and they can jump around. Also, if they're super sheep, they can fall from high drops without dying. You can put little blocks down for them to form blockades so they don't go further than what you want them to. You can put little ramps up so they can get from one bit of platform to another. You've basically, the object is to get them through the level and save as many of them as possible from the perils and dangers of that level. the hacksaws, the drops, the incinerators, and all these horrible spike traps and axes, and you name it, it's in it. And it is fun. It is a very fun game. I'm having a great laugh, and actually on my other channel I've done. I'm up to part 3 now of my little playthrough with this. So it is a fun game, but there's not a great deal in it. It's quite basic, the gameplay. You get a set number of things that you can do to them to help them on their way. The only thing I didn't like about this compared to Lemmings, well, one of the other things is, in Lemmings, if you remember, you used to get all your powers at the beginning, whereas in this you don't. They are set about the level in crates, and you have to, a sheep has to hit the crate before you get that ability. So it is quite stressful as well. It is hard as well, and you do panic and you get frustrated, and it's one of them. If you're into puzzle games and you like Lemmings, you will like this. There is no doubt in my mind that you will like this game, because it is a fun game, and it's, let's face it, Lemmings hasn't been done for a long time to my knowledge, so it is a bit of a breath of fresh air compared to all the other puzzle games that we've had. If you've never played Lemmings, if you're a young'un and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then it might be worth picking it up. I do believe there's a demo of this, and obviously the link that I'm now putting the links to the Steam pages in all my description, so if you just follow the link, it might be worth downloading the demo and have a look. But early access, Flockers, is it worth a buy? Well, it's one of them ones, guys. If you're a fan of Lemmings, yes it is. If not, then I would wait until full release. I was a fan of Lemmings. I'm going to give it a thumbs up because it's so well done. Graphically, the sound is very well done, the music's good. I'm going to give it a thumbs up because it has 40 levels already, and they're adding a shitload more content. And another reason, they're a good developer. It's Team 17, the guys who brought you Worms, the guys who brought you Alien Breed on the Amiga. Remember that, guys? Again, another one for the old timers. So these aren't just Mickey Mouse people. They will deliver. They always have. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Flockers is worth a buy.